of Google Drive and how to access the content on here. So, um, the first thing you'll do is go to drive.google.com. If you type in drive, it'll probably pop right up. Then you can see I have all of my clients and profiles like this. There you guys are. So you'll only have access to yours, obviously, and it's just called Bergholz tree profile. Within this, you have 4 folders. You have your admin folder, which has your login sheet, which we'll get into in a second. Documents. This will be for any notes that I take or any ideas that we come up with. They'll all kind of be in here so you can easily access. This would even be like meeting notes. Graphics, if we do any graphic design for you guys, flyers, things like that, that would be in here. And then photos and video, that's going to be in here. And then I'm going to sort them by either date or what they are. Obviously, this would be timestamp. We know this was Four Seasons Campground. So, and then within this, you can see we have these other folders broken down. You can see over here I'm actually still uploading a lot of that content, so I have a little bit to wait yet. So that's what's going on there. So this is shared, this Google Drive profile, this one. You can see if I click the little people, it's shared with me. Obviously, I created it, and it's shared with you guys. This I'll make an editor, obviously. And then I can share this with any other Gmail account that you might have. So if you have any Gmail accounts, or I don't even know if your business email or Gmail based. Gunnar didn't know the answer to that. You might. I can share it with that because I have these restricted for right now. But at some point, if we do a video or something we want to share or logos, that can all go in here. So I am going to need from you in this graphics folder any logos that have been done. So you can just start really dumping anything in there that you guys have done in the past. But high res logo is definitely going to be important. Pop it right in that graphics folder. If you have any photos or video and that you can upload that you have on a computer or on a phone somewhere, you can upload them into this photos and videos folder, and then you can either put them in by date or what they are, or you can just throw them all in and I'll sort through them. That's not a problem either. So no problem with that, but you can just dump them right in this folder, and it's as easy as dragging from the desktop. Like here's a photo here. If I was to drag it in, and then you would see that would just now be in there. So pretty simple. Drag and drop. The next thing that I need your help with, Alex, specifically is this login sheet. It's in the folders under admin, and I'll just go through these real quick. Your domain registrar, this is like who your Bergholz tree experts domain is under. Actually, it's just tree, right? Yeah. So who your domain is under, whether it's GoDaddy, Network Solutions, Bluehost. I can do some SEO work through there, so that's something I would need. Also, if the website ever gets hacked like really bad, I'll be able to jump in and prevent anything worse happening from the domain registrar, and just being able to keep an eye on that. And then this is WordPress. Your website is built on WordPress, so this is how you log in to the website, and this is how I'll make changes and updates and things like that. There'll also be a login link. So you see, if I do executive, it's always /wp-admin. It normally is like this would be your login. However, sometimes web companies, they can change this. So it's probably this because that's what it comes with, but sometimes if your pages get hacked a lot, or if they're doing advanced security, they might change this. So I'll try the first one when you send a username and password. It also is really helpful, and I really need the emails that are connected to these accounts. And you could even put the phone numbers in the links. So if I have to reset a password for any reason, say we get hacked and we get locked out, we need to quick reset a password, I can reset it to that email, and I can just text you and be like, hey, check that email and give me the code. Um, the Google Business account, this would probably be under a Gmail. You can create them not under Gmail, but I haven't seen that very often. So um, I would need that access, or you could just add me, Rob, as smalltalkmedia.com, my email address, as an admin of that Google Business account. There are a lot of SEO stuff goes through that, so that'll be something I'm updating pretty heavily. I have MailChimp in here, but I know you guys don't have a mass email service. Gunnar wasn't even sure if he wanted to do mass emails. I think it would be a nice thing if we had customer emails and we sent them out a newsletter once a month or once every 2 months. And really just, it doesn't even have to be like pushing tree service, but just kind of letting them know what we're up to. Like, hey, we did this great, we took down XYZ height tree at Four Seasons Campground. Check out our video. Or Gunnar did a thing with the Veterans Memorial where he comped that service. Like, nobody's ever going to know about that unless they talk to him. So an email blast is a way for us to talk to our customers and kind of give them some of that information. And we can also include like little tips and stuff. I buy articles, like tree articles online, as content. So it's like how to trim your pine tree, or how to grow a great lilac bush. There's all types of stuff we can put in there, and believe it or not, people click on those. So I would like to talk to you about mass emailing, but we can get into that later. I would also need to get all the emails from the customers, which is a whole another bag of worms. Yelp, if you have it, I'm sure you've been rated on Yelp. Bing places. This is not as popular as Google, but it is really, really important for SEO. So if you don't have that, I'll just create it, no problem. And then, of course, Facebook and Instagram. On Facebook, you would just need to add me as a friend, or I can ask through the business to be shared on your Facebook business account. This used to be a really easy thing to do. Now it's insanely complicated just because of how they change Facebook around. So it's not easy to do. So it is easy to just add me to the page, but then when it comes to adding ad accounts for advertising, that has to be done in like a certain way. So I have access to post on both the Facebook and the Instagram, and so they can get connected in the right way. If they're not, you won't be able to advertise to both. It'll be one or the other separately. The Instagram is just a username and a password, so those you can just put in here. Facebook is not. So unless you want to send me a username and a password for Facebook, I normally, some customers do. They don't care if I access their personal Facebook. Some do. I have no problem either way. Not an issue. We could just walk through it over the phone, or I can send you another video with kind of a walkthrough of how we need to do that. So that's it for now. Just a quick walkthrough of where we're at, and this stuff's uploading, and so you'll be able to go through and look at this soon. I'll be editing together some like finished videos pretty soon. I guess you saw, I don't have any of them in here, but I guess you saw some of the ones that I did for Jeremy. So I'll be I'll be grabbing a bunch of these clips and putting something together as kind of a first little video for us. And then we'll kind of go from there. I'll also be creating a Gmail account. You can see it's in this email to you. It's right here, where I'll create a YouTube from that, and I'll create a Google Analytics account, a Google Search Console account. Those are all things where I can keep an eye on your web traffic and see where people are going, what counties and locations they're coming in from, all types of really cool stuff, so I can hone in on where people are coming from and then market to them specifically. So, but that's all. Believe it or not, that's all stuff I'll do in like the first week. So, yeah, digest some of this, and then fill out the login sheet is probably the most important part, and then we can kind of catch up next week with some next steps. All right, Alex, I appreciate the time.